Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Sandra Benson, and today with me I have both Linda Anders and Myra Gasser. They are a new business called Bloom Within Counseling, which is an intriguing name, and I'll get to that in a minute. But Linda is a certified ontological coach, and Myra is a licensed counselor. And Bloom Within Counseling, what a unique name. Tell me a little bit about how that was designed.
You know, we didn't have to think too hard about it. It just sort of popped for us because it's all about blooming what's within somebody, blooming what needs to come forth, blooming what needs to find resolution. Your
actual business, I should say, maybe strategy, you both independently, individually have your own expertise, but as a team you come together, and what type of service are you providing for individuals?
Well, I'm a licensed counselor, and Linda is a certified ontological coach. And together we collaborate with our clients to address any kind of issues, or we're not just working with mentally unhealthy people, which is an assumption with counseling. Linda, do you want to?
It's very proactive driven, and I think that when Myra says collaborate, it's not just collaborating with our client, but it's really with each other, because we bring certain, we both are trained slightly different, but we're trained objective listeners, and so we bring the context of how we approach what it is that we do together, so that we're really giving the client a very holistic overview of how they can basically understand and clarify whatever's confusing them or whatever challenge they're facing at that time in their life, and then it becomes pretty proactive driven. So,
and our clients, before we ever meet
let's talk about your clients. What type of clients do you actually, who seeks you out? What type of individuals are looking for your services? Is it just adolescents or parents, or who?
We work with adults, men and women in transition, divorce, just general relationship issues. We have parents seek us out for adolescent issues. Mother-daughters work together. Actually, we have a father-son right now working together.
And we have a pretty vast range in ages, because we have young men come to us, we have teenage girls come to us, and it's not necessarily because they've reached a crisis level.
Okay.
It's really people who just want something more. They want to find joy in their day-to-day living. They want to feel fulfilled. They want to feel like their life has purpose. And they want to know that if there's anything that they can do better, why not?
So if maybe say parents see their children are having issues in school, but maybe not exactly sure what it is. Maybe it's bullying. Maybe it's just feeling not very confident in their grades. Whatever those situations, they would come to you with those type of issues also? I mean, it could be as minor as something like that.
Well, Myra and I just did Parent University at the Hilton Head High School. We were participants in that, and we did a presentation, and it was geared towards the parents.
Oh,
and what we really addressed was helping parents learn how to communicate.
Oh, okay.
Helping parents understand and sort of intuit what might be stirring up for their teenager that they're not necessarily seeing. But it's really about fostering strong communication, mutual respect, mutual regard, and
the difference between how you
and autonomy for their teen.
The difference between how you would parent a middle schooler as opposed to parenting an adolescent. You know, the title of our seminar was Parent as Coach, because your role changes. But to go back and answer your other question, you know, if you have an adolescent who has anxiety or depression, or you notice mood change, you know, there's mental disorders, but there's also just life that starts to impact our adolescents on the stress management level. I guess what we really want people to understand is that it's about, you know, we're about prevention.
So you're trying
education.
to teach people to cope with those situations
before it's crisis.
Before it's a crisis.
Exactly.
So you're showing them, first of all, you're obviously asking questions to catch the signs, and if you see that there's issues, you're trying to basically evolve those issues into
It's
solutions?
very much a toolbox.
Okay.
We give the parents a toolbox so that they actually can learn specific communication tools, how to ask questions, how to spark those difficult conversations, how to get through those conversations without alienating themselves from their teen or their teen from them.
Okay.
So it really is it's a toolbox, not just for parents, not just for teens, but just for anyone. Okay. Anyone at any age. It's having that toolbox of, okay, where do I go from here?
Myra, you said something about counseling. A lot of times I think people think counseling is years and years of having to go once a week, and you and I were talking a little bit before that it may only take once or twice or a couple times that people can actually reach their goals. Is that correct?
Yes. You know, we have an intake form that we provide for our clients before they ever hit the door. And we gather information and history about what the issue that the client wants to work on. And Linda and I sit down and we go over that intake form, and then we together meet with our clients. And that first meeting is always together. And you can accomplish a lot when you have two professionals as opposed to one professional.
Yeah, and that's actually a unique way to approach this situation.
And we're very solution-based.
Okay.
You have to establish a trusting relationship with your client.
Sure.
To be able to be for them to be authentic with you and share with you. But at the same time, you know, Linda likes to use the phrase "cook the soup."
Yeah,
you want to elaborate on that?
You know, everybody has a story.
Right.
This is why, and you can cook the soup forever and live in it and dwell in it.
Right.
And part of the intake form in assessing what's going on with that story, it's what's working, it's what's not working. It's what can create a new result that's going to serve them the best possible way. So you look at all the ingredients in the soup.
Right.
And you say, okay, we're going to get rid of this, we're going to keep this, and we're going to add this. So what spices do we need? So if you look at it from that perspective, you're cooking the soup, but you're not cooking it to death. You're not letting it get rancid. Okay. You're either going to eat it or dump it.
So you don't sit around and just tell your story over and over and over and get lost in the negativity of a story.
And
yes.
Your goal is to get them past that. You want to hear the story, you want to move them along into a solution.
Correct.
Exactly.
You know, there's all kinds of issues that have gone. When you collect history on somebody, you find out there's genetic components, there's patterns of behavior, there's master beliefs. There's all kinds of things that have led you to where you are today that with the struggle that you're having. But at the same time, if you stay back in the negativity of what caused you to get there and you never move past that, you're cooking your soup and you're cooking your soup. Right. And you don't know how to get out of that.
And if you have negative thoughts, your thoughts then become the promo of the movie that plays out in your life. So it's really about, like Myra said, it's applying positive psychology.
And I quickly want to touch on, you are a yoga instructor, which that brings another facet to your team, and you are an intuitive healer. So what do you bring to the team effort with those two qualities?
Well, we really believe in the power of the whole person.
Right.
And the mind-body-spirit connection is...
It's undeniable. It's undeniable.
It is undeniable. And you think of counselors as just working on your thoughts and maybe your behaviors, but there's a spiritual piece and there's a body piece. You know, go ahead.
Well, for the intuitive healing piece, what that is that we all carry an energy about us. We have a general mood that we live in, whether it be negative, positive, whether you're resigned, whether you're intractable. So there's a mood that we live in, and from that, and based on our master beliefs that we carry over from our childhood, it all plays in. Doesn't mean that you can't shift it. You can shift it. But it's getting in touch with, you know, where am I losing that sense of personal, being in touch with myself.
And that's why we say we're comprehensive, we're collaborative, and we are holistic. We look at the whole person.
That's
everybody has a story.
That's
and
right. Everybody does have a story. Myra, Linda, thank you so much for joining us today. We learned a lot about your business, Bloom Within Counseling. You can get a hold of them by phone at 843-422-2041.
2041.
2041. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be right back.